watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now after the game, covering the entire DMV. Toddler killed overnight. Shocking details in the district as the neighborhood wants answers after the 3-year-old's tragic death. A report from scene. And a suspect being held without bond after a girl was shot inside of her high school classroom yesterday. A barrage of bullets that came from the outside and the charges that suspect faces.
And it continues to be gray, gloomy, drizzly, and misty out this evening. We'll talk about what's in store for tomorrow and, well, of course, the next 7 days as well. Coming up.
Also celebrating culture, how the DMV embraces Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. The sights and sounds from just today. Plus, stick around, a huge clash on campus at the University of Virginia. Dozens of people arrested at a student encampment in Charlottesville. What the school is now saying. And good evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Ben Dennis. An all-out search tonight for the person who shot and killed a 3-year-old girl last night in Southeast DC. This happened in the Garfield Heights neighborhood. DC News Now's Dave Laval brings us up to speed with the latest.
This is one of the cars struck by the bullets that also claimed the life of little Taya Settles. The bullet holes are not the only reminders of what happened to the 3-year-old.
Oh, we love you, Taya, girl.
The tributes grow outside the Garfield Hills apartments, just a few feet away from the car Taya Settles was in when the shooting happened Friday night.
This is sad. Every day it gets younger and younger and younger.
Antoine Jordan lives near the crime scene. He's shocked by what happened.
It's just wrong, the whole situation wrong. I mean, even if you're out with kids, you should be able to have fun, but you can't even have fun living in these type of neighborhoods.
Someone brought the child to a nearby fire station where fire rescue personnel and police provided aid until U.S. Park Police flew Taya to the hospital. Joseph Johnson is the advisory neighborhood commissioner for the area. He's also friends with the family.
The mother is going through tremendous pain, and I don't think the mom, the family, or anyone would want any other family to suffer like this.
We saw half a dozen cars hit by gunfire. Police reported no other injuries. They're still looking for the shooter. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to call DC Police. In the Garfield Heights neighborhood in Southeast, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Tragic story indeed, Dave. Thank you. The 18-year-old charged in connection to a shooting outside of Dunbar High School. Well, that left one student hurt. He's being held without bond. Officials say it happened yesterday morning just before 10 a.m. on N Street. That's where they found a teenage girl inside of Dunbar High whose head was grazed by a bullet. Well, new court docs now see a basketball coach rush to the bleeding girl who's lying on the floor, using the girl's jacket to apply pressure to her head. The teen was sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. 18-year-old Zaharia Graves and a 17-year-old boy are facing several charges, including assault with a dangerous weapon. Staying in the district, DC fire say that 6 people and 1 dog are without a home tonight. No injuries have been reported there in Northwest. Investigators are still on scene and trying to figure out what caused the blaze to break out. And the pro-Palestinian protest at George Washington University is now on its 10th day in the district. This comes after students say police took down Palestinian flags put up by students on university flagpoles early Friday. Meantime, student protesters reiterated their demands, as they call them, for the school's administration just today, including divesting in Israeli companies and pardoning any student protester who faced punishment there. They're also accusing the administration of not communicating with protesters.
Instead of engaging in conversation, the administration has employed physical and psychological tactics of repression that endanger the health and safety of their students. Our hearts and minds are focused on Gaza. Everything we do is for Gaza.
And we've reached out to George Washington University for comment. They say police remain on scene. They're monitoring the situation. I started Charlottesville. The University of Virginia says that 25 people are under arrest tonight on a campus clash today at a pro-Palestinian encampment, and they've been sent to Albemarle County Regional Jail. UVA says that they were arrested for trespassing, and they're working to determine just how many of those folks are actually students. These images of those tense moments just today. The encampment was set up earlier this week and later grew. The school says this morning police told the group they had 15 minutes to remove tents or they'd be rounded up. They claim police were met with, quote, agitation and chanting, later violent gestures, including swinging objects. Unlawful assembly was declared and state police were called in. UVA President Jim Ryan said he supports the right of free speech, but when campus police tried to, quote, resolve the situation, they were met with physical confrontation and attempted assault. It became necessary then to rely on assistance from state police, saying unfortunately a small group willingly broke the rules. In addition, UVA shared a letter saying that it was addressed to protesters. They hope to schedule a time to talk about protester goals, but, quote, your request for permanent withdrawal from academic relations with Israeli institutions is not one that we can support. Now, reports did circulate widely on social media that the school made a last-minute policy change before those arrests, that tents were exempt from having to be permitted. Well, then saying that they were not allowed. The spokesperson called this inaccurate online. We've got more on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Back to that bridge collapse. In Baltimore, Maryland officials say the state plans to rebuild the collapsed Key Bridge, and it will probably take around 4 years. Billions of dollars also needed, $1.7 billion bucks. Meanwhile, the broker for the bridge's insurance policy is confirming that $350 million payout will be made to the state of Maryland. Time is 9:07. As promised, your weather now, Scott. Not the best day indeed to get out and about. You can tell right here. Can't even see Roslyn, but I hear some good news in terms of temps maybe on the way.
Yeah, you can see what I'm pointing to. Drizzle. Yuck. Yuck. That's all I got to say. 54 degrees out there. My goodness. What a turn of events from just, 24 hours ago, 2 days ago. I mean, we were talking with record-breaking heat across the area. Now we're seeing temperatures socked in the 50s. And that will be the case throughout the overnight. As you can see here, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. We're down only into the middle 50s here in the district. And 50s pretty much everywhere, including places like the mountains of Garrett County, which generally don't see or are always cooler than everybody else. Speaking of which, that's an area that's seeing visibility very, very low at this point in time, about a quarter mile or less in places, and there's other places that are expanding upon the fog and low visibilities like Woodstock, like Culpeper. Even in the district here, we'll be showing you live shots throughout the newscast, and it won't be that great. 3 miles visibility being seen across the area, as this is an area in the Barron of the Beltway that's picked up the most amount of rain practically throughout much of the viewing region the last 24 hours, and more rain is on the way. So we have overnight showers, we have more Sunday showers, and also some thunder as well. Unsettled much of the week and warming up next week. We'll talk about if the warm up this coming week is as great as last week in just a little bit. Ben?
Fingers crossed, Scott. Thank you. In Virginia, police in Prince William County say that the driver who crashed into a truck, killing his passenger and her dog, was indeed driving under the influence. You may remember this story. Officials say Jason Carter of Lambeth failed to yield to a pickup at the intersection of Yates Ford and Evans Ford roads back on April the 15th. Lambeth's passenger, Jessica Lynn Randall, was taken to the hospital where she died weeks later. That dog, a pug that was in the car, died the day of the crash. Lambeth is being held without bond. In the district, more than 100 people protesting just yesterday against a possible $300 million cut for early childhood education in the mayor's proposed upcoming budget. That could mean a cut to the Pay Equity Fund, which makes early childhood educators paid almost the same as D.C. public school teachers. Sierra James' 3-year-old daughter attends Big Mama's Children's Center. She says that she cannot imagine what she'd do without affordable child care.
The cost of living here in D.C., and I'm a native Washingtonian, it's high. It's high, unfortunately. And it's just, they just offer so much support, and it's not fair. She looks forward to seeing her teachers every day. She looks forward to seeing her friends, and again, it's a community, so it would definitely affect her routine.
Organizers say that they'll be back on May the 13th for another Day Without Childcare rally. And we are celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month all month long here at DC News Now. Today we're highlighting one celebration of culture in Prince George's County. Take a look.
We are so thrilled to have a beautiful turnout here at Harmony Hall Arts Center, where we celebrate the various cultures of the AAPI community. We look forward to celebrating this year and year throughout the community. I had lots of karaoke going on at the beginning of the show. We also had some K-pop favorites playing as well.
This is really important to be able to celebrate cultures. It's AAPI month, and we have a really diverse set of cultures up here in the DMV. So it was really special for us to be invited to be able to showcase some of our Chinese culture. Today we did some lion dancing, which is a traditional form of Chinese dancing. It was just really special to be able to share it with people, especially people who aren't necessarily from the culture. We get to share that with them and open their eyes to the experience. It's really fun to see people get all excited, come and touch the lion, be blessed with some good luck, and it's just fun to make people happy and make people smile.
We demonstrated an indigenous dance by the Maori people of New Zealand. It's just an exercise warriors do before going into battle. Now it's used for entertainment. It is exciting. My father's from Samoa, so I have Samoan heritage. And any opportunity we get to share the Polynesian cultural arts with anybody, it's always an exciting chance.
Lots of good sights and sounds there. Meantime, earlier today, folks took to their bicycles for the DC News Now sponsored Ride to End Alzheimer's races in Leesburg, Virginia. Riders of all skill levels took part in the event that included a variety of races ranging from 10 to 100 miles. Gosh, your legs gotta hurt after that. 100% of the proceeds from the event goes to funding Alzheimer's research.
Our goal is to raise $575,000. We're getting close. We're almost at $500,000. So with your support, we can help get over the hump.
Every pedal push today, every dollar raised today is going to further us that much closer to our vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementias.
Great cause indeed. Now, there are several other rides to end Alzheimer's around the country, including in Minnesota, Texas, and Colorado.